Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Dear all fellows in the Dhamma, you are very welcome to another session of insight meditation for everyday life. Today, we are going to enlarge upon the last facet of mindful breathing with reference to the Mahā Satipaṭṭhāna Sutta included in the long discourses of the Buddha. At first blush, I should say, mindful breathing is not a simple or plain thing to explain in one's life, because it can expand your horizon towards your own original enlightenment in your life. Why I am saying so? Many people are likely to critique that, oh, breathing, it's a very simple and normal thing that's happening every time, everywhere in the world. But it is not the matter. Matter whether you are really aware of that, whether you are really mindful about the cosmic nature that occurs every time, every moment within yourself. That's why this is one of the backbones of Buddhist teachings we have to reveal in our everyday life. As a result, I would say mindful breathing has different aspects of the same dynamism in your life. That's why today we are coming to wind up the first part of the Kāyānupassanā, also known as contemplation, body as body. Well, the more close to the point, the Lord Buddha explained nicely and wisely, iti ajjattang va kāye kāyānupassī viharati bahiddhā va kāye kāyānupassī viharati. There is a monk who abides contemplating body as body internally and also externally. But the term body, we have to understand not a very simplistic or ordinary way. Body is the breath of body, the body of your breath. As I said earlier, in a broad sense, there are three stages we have been practicing and training during the last several months. The way it comes into your body, the nature, to what extent it stays within your body, and how it goes away from your body. So, how we can contemplate body as body internally? When you look at your mind and body, you can say it is a magnificent creature of nature, isn't it? There are lots of faculties you can learn through your bodily functioning. Am I right? There are many faculties, many elements, many compartments you can learn and explore and research as well. Beyond that, cutting the narrow means of cognitive faculties of your body, we could say, in a nutshell, human being is a creature of this breathing mechanism. That is kind of symbol of your aliveness, am I right? You know you are alive on earth because you feel, I am breathing in and out. So ultimately, the main criterion for deciding whether you are alive or not on the planet, it's your breathing system. Perhaps it seems to be very anatomical or very biological, although it is a biological process that happens every time, every moment. There is a deeper seed or root that you can learn the real message of truth, yearning for the self-actualization in your life. That's how we have to practice and train, whilst being immersed yourself internally. Ultimately, you are an entity of breathing in and out system. Am I right? Yes, that's very true. No matter who you are, no matter where you are, no matter what you do right now, but ultimately, you are a creature of breathing in and out mechanism. So, the Lord Buddha said sagely, please reflect upon that. It helps envisage the real nature of your life within yourself. Well, so then you can contemplate your body as body, nothing else, as it actually is. When it comes to term explain as it actually is, what it does mean to you, it is simply this inhaling and exhaling process. Then the second step goes beyond that. Please drive upon the entire world around you. That means externally. Contemplation, your body as body externally. When you look around the environment and the world, there are many people and many dynamic natures around you. Many colors, many formations, many formats, many figures. They are truly different person to person. It is very hard enough to see a kind of equality between us in the sense of these dynamic features. However, when we come to the point of breathing in and out mechanism, we are absolutely equal. We are already on the same track, aren't we? We are all rolled into one because all roads lead to Rome. I also breathe in and out in my everyday life. Similarly, you also breathe in and out in your everyday life. Am I right? So then Buddha said, please reflect upon that as well. Bahiddhava kāye Kāyānupassanā. If you can understand the whole nature of the world as just a matter of breathing in and out, then it gives you many clues to stay calm, peaceful, and relaxed. Then why do you bother with your friends and colleagues and the world? Why do you get bogged down with peripheral things in the world? Why do you get angry or hatred? Why do you get illusion or desire? Or why are you fretting or craving for the world if this is just a matter of breathing in and out system? That's a very broader and deeper way of understanding the world as it actually is. You are also a nature of breathing in and out system, and the world is also a nature of the breath in and out system. That is where we can find the main commonality between you and the world, between myself and the world. Absolutely. And there is no that much difference in the sense of mindful breathing. I am pretty sure this makes a recipe for the greater sense of calm, peace, harmony, joy, and wisdom in everyday life. Just for a moment, please take a breath and out. Then just hang around your mind. If the world can think of this way, we are all being part of the same nature, breathing in and out. Why? We are involving with many collisions and conflicts by names of religion or culture or belief or any dogmatic philosophical ideologies. Why we matter? Why we bother? Because we are eluded by ourselves. We were unable to understand, we were unable to find out this cosmic, this universal nature that lies behind our lives. That is the very crucial part here. Then the Buddha said, Samudaya dhammanupassiva kāyasmiṃ viharati, vaya dhammanupassiva kāyasmiṃ viharati. Please do contemplate the arising phenomena in your body. Please do contemplate the vanishing phenomena in your body. Wait a minute. You can look at yourself. As I said a moment ago, the breath is also subject to arise and vanish. It is also uncertain, not a perpetual condition, not a perpetual mechanism that's happening all the way in your samsaric journey. It is also fluctuating. If you can think just as a breath your life, it is subject to vanish even right now. If your breath stops right now, what will happen to you? It is an epitome of death. It is an epitome of an end of your life. So arising and falling away, arising and fading away, appearing and disappearing. The breath comes into your body, then it remains for a while, then leaves away from you. It's not similar with the whole creature, the whole functioning of your life, like your breath. It is, for me, it is a wiser and intellectual analogy to think about our life just as a breath. Even my breath is uncertain, it appearing and disappearing. So in the same vein, everything that comes into my life, everything that appears and emerges into my life, they also vanishing, fading away, disappearing day by day. Then why we would have to worry about that? Why we would have to suffer makes so much sorrows and pain and sadness. The reason therein lies that we have not understood clearly and distinctly. That's why I said at the beginning, mindful breathing is not a simple, a very ordinary, or very common thing. When you touch upon the deeper roots or deeper sense of mindful breathing, it obviously paves the way for yourself to reveal the deeper message of wisdom in your life. Just as a skillful turner. The skillful turner, whenever he is making a long turn and short turn, he is well aware of that. Oh yes, I am making a long turn and short turn. In the same way, if you can be aware of your breath for the most part of your day and of your life, indeed, you can visualize the real nature, the real dynamic aspects of your life, coming and going, appearing and disappearing, arising and falling away. It begins with even your breath. That is where you can drive upon the real and fundamental root of your life. Unfortunately, we were unable to understand this reality because we are always fallen into the clutches of our mind. Am I right? We are also in the clutches of our feelings, emotions, and thoughts. As a result, we have been deluded and eluded by many household matters and day-to-day things in our lives. So then the Buddha said, please try to see and try to really spot this phenomenon of arising and falling away. You can see through your breath if you want to. The third step, the Buddha said, Attikhayotiva panassa satipaṭṭhāna hoti yavadeva jnana mattaya patisati mattaya. In fact, if there is a piece of body that is present to yourself, it is just to the extent that is necessary for your own understanding and also awareness. For example, if you are not present here today, I wonder if you can imagine how this place is, what happens here. What's going on here? You cannot. You can only perceive the right moment without on the spur of the moment, because you are present here in the sense of awareness and some scale of understanding. If you are not aware of the moment, do you think you can see, you can feel, or you can stay in the moment? You can understand what's happening here? No, it's impossible. Why you see each other, why you can hear this sound, why you can be sensible about this environment, you're aware of the environment, you're aware of yourself, you're mindful about yourself and the surroundings. That's how you can understand, oh, my body and other pieces of bodies are present here today. It is strictly limited to your own understanding and awareness. If you are not aware of that, you cannot conceive it. You cannot go through it. The only way you can cut the edges of this awareness, or this present self, is the mindful living, mindful stay within yourself. Accordingly, the Lord Buddha said, Nacha kinchi loke upadiyati. We don't have to crave for the world. Even though we have to abide in the world without making any attachments to the world. What is the matter of being bound up with the world out of desire, hatred, and illusion? Whatever we are being attached to the world, we are being lost. Am I right? To whatever we are being attached and bound up with the world, ultimately we are being lost. We cannot bring them along all the way of this samsaric journey. It is impossible. We all have to deal with each other just for a very limited span of your life, for a limited account of time. It is not eternal at all. It is just for some time. If your life have to stay just for some time, why we make so-called eternal bonds with the world? What is the matter of making eternal or perpetual attachment with others? It gives you nothing except sorrow, sadness, mourning, and groaning in everyday life. That's all it can give you. So the Lord Buddha said, Iti Kāye Kāyānupassanā viharati. This is how a monk can abide contemplating body as body. He abides in the world without fretting and craving for the world. However, this begins with that mindful breathing steps, because it is a stepping stone that gears up to this subtle and profound understanding of your life. So overall, what I wanted to share with you today, the last step of mindful breathing based on the Mahā Satipaṭṭhāna Sutta, we can dramatically categorize into 3 steps. First, you can contemplate your body through mindful breathing internally and externally. You breathe in and out in the same way the whole world, all human beings are also breathing in and out. So we have a common ground to play out with peace and harmony. There is no space for hatred, delusion, conflicts, and collision with each other. Instead, you can spread the seeds of compassion and loving kindness throughout the world, because we are all one part of nature. We are all representing the same nature with different dynamics. But ultimately, we are all one. One is all. Is that clear? We are all one, and one is all, in the lens of mindful breathing. And secondly, we also discovered, according to the Buddha's teachings, the phenomena of arising and falling away. Your simple breath, or not your serious breath, is a great way, or easier way, to understand the nature of uncertainty and impermanence. Your breath is uncertain and impermanent. It can stop even right now. We don't know. Who knows? It can stay for 100 of years. Who knows? You don't know. So it is unpredictable. We cannot judge, we cannot guarantee at all. So similarly, you can think of your life as well. Your life is also equated with this breathing nature. So finally, we discussed how we can live in the world without no more attachment to others. We all have to live on earth, but without fretting and craving for the world out of hatred, desire, lust, and illusion. Conversely, you can live with human beings and people and nature with compassion and loving kindness. The reason why we all have to go our own way, we all have to find our own pathway to enlighten ourselves. We cannot bring at least your mother or father or your siblings on your path. You are alone with your path. That is nature of the Dhamma. You can help and support others. However, it is great doing your duty, making your commitment to your own enlightenment rather than hanging around others' lives. So I believe that this mindful breathing, the first aspect of contemplation, body as body, is very helpful and supportive to lead up our spiritual journey to our mindful nation, mindful civilization, mindful society and community that first begins with yourself, then it spreads over the world. Well, so with that thought, we are moving to our practical session of mindful breathing. So I would like you to find yourself comfortable. You may keep your legs crosswise or otherwise, how you find more convenient for yourself. Then you may keep your body erect, your back straight. You may slowly close your eyes. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing long. I know that I breathing long. Breathe out long. I know that I breathe out long. Breathe in short. I know that I breathe in short. Breathe out short. I know that I breathe out short. I train myself. I will breathe in, experiencing the whole body of breath. I train myself. I will breathe out, experiencing the whole body of breath. I train myself. I will breathe in, calming the whole bodily process. I train myself. I will breathe out, calming the whole bodily process. Just as a skillful turner or his assistant, you may now keep doing these 5 steps. The more you can practice and train in line with these sublime steps, you may embrace the real nature of calm, peace, silence, and joy. The more you can realize and well spot the dynamics of your breath, you may receive the solidity, clarity, and strength of your mind. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. It seems that everything is clear so far for you. So, however, it's your duty and it's your job to practice and train yourself in your everyday life. I always strongly recommend people whoever come to me, please make room for this kind of practice, this spiritual advancement for your life. Otherwise, there is no meaning at all. Because as a human being, you are born to the world to do something special. Special means to touch upon the real root of your beingness. I know you all play different roles in your household life, but it's not a matter. The main role is to play as a being, to find out who you are, who I am. To find out who I am, you have to go back to the depth of your life. The depth of life lies behind your day-to-day living. It's always here, but not there. So, as a result, you may find the seeds of calm, peace, joy, and wisdom in your everyday life. So, I believe that this mindful breathing session would be a handrail for you to grow step by step, to expand the horizon of your wisdom that brings you joy, pleasure, and happiness that's everlasting in your life. Out of compassion and gratitude, I would also bless or attend here today by invoking the great merit of Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. May you all continue to remain safe, healthy, well, and happy, and eventually attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.